All right, so now you've completed the gold assignment, let's change things up. Now, just as we usually do in most assignments, you usually create one basically by following the instructions to create the thing we're going to create. That, something where you had to follow instructions just like you did by creating this gold with the sparkles. Now, let's be creative with it so that you have an opportunity to create something unique. Okay. So let's change what this word is and let's put it into letters or a word and a font that you would like to use, okay? So basically we're just going to rework off this, and this is again why it's important, why we should keep our Photoshop files so that we can rework those. So we already have all the effects and everything over here already created. All we have to do now is go in here and change the lettering, okay? So the sparkles, that does need to go away. We can't reuse those sparkles, so I'm just going to delete this layer, okay? Delete sparkles layer. We're going to create our own new sparkles later. So with this layer selected, this one on top, we're going to go over to the text tool, and we're going to come over here and select the word gold. Matter of fact, we should probably just go ahead and cut off this bottom layer right here, right now. Whoops. And select this again. And now I'm going to put in my own word. And my name is Kenneth, so I'm going to shorten it to Ken, all capital letters. Now I want to change the font. So I'm going to select and highlight again. I'm going to come here and select the font. Now I already kind of messed around with this a little bit. I'm going to tell you, not every font's going to interpret well. Like that. I mean, look at that. So that thing looks all kind of aged, kind of unique, kind of neat, kind of looks like kind of some old uh, uh, fantasy kind of movie, some other like Lord of the Rings or some kind of font. Anyway, so kind of a strange effect to it. So I don't like that too much as far as what I'm going for. Um, Other ones might interpret well. That's kind of unique and funky. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's undo that. Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to select the font or word. Just keep trying different fonts, but I did find one earlier. Let me come down to it. A little too far down. Alright, see if I can find this thing. See what that looks like. That'll look weird, I bet. Ooh, that is weird. Let's undo that. Let's select this. So you can try your own lettering, but I'm going to again come down to the one that I found earlier. Now if I can just find it. So many fonts. There it is. Husky Stash. So it gives it kind of a funky kind of look. So I'm going to try. I thought that was kind of neat. Okay. Now some of the effects of where we had over here, where we kind of closed up the gap on the lettering, some of that might open back up. Because if you remember with the gold lettering, these two kind of edges right here on the chisel part kind of touch together, but here is kind of opened up, and that's just because of the type of font I'm using. You see here it did close up, right? Anyway, so the interpretation of it, it might look a little bit different. But now we have to do the same thing with the bottom layer. If I cut it on, it's still trying to create an outline for the gold text we had earlier. So now I need to select that layer, come in with the text tool and change it again to Ken. And then I'm going to change the font to that Husky font. This H went too far. Scroll back down. There's Husky Stash. Now it lines up. Okay. Now it's off center, so I'm going to need to select both layers. Can we get the move tool, and then I can recenter it. And then now I can make my new upper layer for my sparkles. Can we select my brush, and I can put in my sparkles. Okay. And then what I want you to do is save this version. This one I might just name Ken Gold Plated or something like that, and then save that to my desktop folder. Save the Photoshop file, then save the JPEG file, and then upload that as well. And I will make sure there is a place in the modules to save this to. Okay? And that's it.